Welcome everybody, and we got a game 7, and it's going to be Boston and Oakland here in Oakland, and this is going to decide who advances to the next round. Boston's going to send Roger Clemens up against Lefty Grove, a great matchup. They're going to be hard pressed to match the matchup yesterday, or the last game in Game 6 between Pedro and Rube Waddell, as that was a probably one of the best games I've had in the tournament as far as pitching goes and key hits, and just a fun game to play. And this could be similar, could follow that similar storyline, but there are some changes to the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. They are sitting against the lefty. They are sitting Carl Yastrzemski. Yastrzemski takes a seat for the first time. He has struggled mightily in this series, especially with all these lefties that Oakland can throw at you. And in his place will be Jim Rice. He will start in left field for the Boston Red Sox. Dustin Pedroia starts for the injured Bobby Doerr as well. So we'll see how that plays out for Boston. And for the Oakland A's, they sit Dwayne Murphy, move Ricky Henderson to center field, and Al Simmons will start against a right-hander. See how that plays out. Simmons has been pretty good in this series, and we'll look at their lineup. That changed quite a bit around as well, but right now it's Lefty Grove, who is 2-2. He's had mixed results. He's got a 3.09 ERA in this tournament, and he will face this lineup for the Boston Red Sox. Leading off at third base, Wade Boggs. Batting second, the center fielder, Tris Speaker. Batting third in left field, Jim Rice. Batting fourth, the DH, Ted Williams. Batting fifth, first baseman, Jimmy Fox. Batting sixth in right field, Dwight Evans. Batting seventh, the catcher, Carlton Fisk. Batting eighth, shortstop, Nomar Garciaparra. And batting ninth at second base, Dustin Pedroia. So here we go. This is got the makings of a classic series. Oakland took out Detroit. Boston took out the Yankees, and now it's Game 7 between these two. Wade Boggs to lead off. Boggs hitting just .227. They thought long and hard about taking him out of the starting lineup, but they stayed with Wade to see if he could come through here today. A .354 hitter during the regular season. Here's the pitch to Boggs, and it's 4-4-1. On the ground to first. Error check for Jimmy Fox. He's a 53. And, oh, he can't hold it. He threw it to the pitcher and threw it behind him. It gets by him. This one's going to go in. The catcher has to retrieve it. By that time, Boggs is at second. So an opening error by Jimmy Fox. And the Boston Red Sox put a man at second with nobody out. And here comes the hottest hitter in all the land. Tris Speaker stepping to the plate. Speaker, 478. 10 runs batted in. The pitch. 5-2-6. And we got a M chart, or M action check here. M chart, I can't speak. 6-3. It's going to be a possible wild pitch. Lefty grows the 5. And he does. It gets by Cochran and all the way to the backstop. Boggs moves up. So with nobody out, Boston already has a man at third. Boston really, in Game 6, had a lot of opportunities early in that game against Rube Waddell and could not cash in, and it cost them in the long run. Let's see if they can cash in on this. Nobody out, man at third. They should be able to get this run in. And look at this. Speaker stepping up, and he's got a drawn-in infield already with nobody out. The pitch. 3-2-3. There's a liner. This might get the run in. Simmons makes the catch in left. Here comes Boggs. Uh-oh. And he scores. Okay. There was nobody on, so there was no cutoff there. And Boggs comes in on the sac fly by Tris Speaker. And it's 1-0 Boston here already here in the first. And here steps in Jim Rice. Rice batting .250. He's only had 8 at-bats in this tournament. He's getting a shot with Carl Yastrzemski struggling. The pitch to Rice. 3-1-6. There's a shot towards the gap. This one's going to get down. In right center field, Rice hustles around first. He's going to go into second with a stand-up double. And already Rice paying dividends here. He's at second with 1 out. And Ted Williams stands in. The pitch to Ted. Ted batting .327. A pair of homers and 5 runs batted in. 3-5-3. There's a liner caught by the shortstop Campaneris. He fakes the throw to Collins, covering at second, but Rice is back safely. 2 away. And that'll leave it up to Jimmy Fox. Fox, 308, 1 homer, 7 runs batted in. The pitch to Fox. 3-4-5. Possible rare play. It is a rare play with a runner at second. 5-6. Surprise bunt. Fox drops down a surprise bunt towards third. Fox hustles, and he's out. No, he's safe. They called him safe. Jimmy Fox saw that Chavez was playing deep, and he lays down a bunt. They were not expecting that, and now there's runners at the corners for Dwight Evans. Evans batting .255. He's got a homer and 5 runs batted in. The pitch to Dwight Evans. 6-3-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. Grove strikes out Evans, and he keeps the damage to a minimum. Boston gets a run on 2 hits, and they lead it 1-0 here in the first. And Roger Clemens takes the mound for the Red Sox. Clemens 3-0 with a 3.45 ERA in this tournament. So here's the lineup that Oakland will send to face the right-handed Clemens. Leading it off, the center fielder today, Ricky Henderson. Batting second, second baseman Eddie Collins. Batting third today, left fielder Al Simmons. And batting cleanup, the right fielder Reggie Jackson. Batting fifth, the first baseman Jimmy Fox. Batting sixth, the DH Mark McGuire. Batting seventh, the catcher Mickey Cochran. Batting 8th, third baseman, Eric Chavez. And batting 9th, the shortstop, Bert Campaneris. So let's see how Clemens fares here today against this powerful lineup. Henderson will lead it off. 271, a homer, 6 runs batted in. The pitch, 5.54, and he is going to walk the leadoff batter, and he's going to roll on the E chart. .22 or 4. There he goes. Throw down by Fisk. Goes into center field. On his way to third goes Henderson. So just like that, just as Boston did, they put a runner at third with nobody out. So does Oakland. Henderson's at third after walking, stealing second, and then going to third on the errant throw from Carlton Fisk. And now the infield in for Boston as Eddie Collins steps up. Collins, 397, 8 runs batted in. The pitch to Collins, 5.65. He draws the walk. So Clemens off to a auspicious start here. He's walked the first 2 batters. And Al Simmons stands in. Simmons hitting a outrageous 536 with a homer and 6 runs batted in. The pitch to Simmons. 3-3-2. And there's a liner caught by the second baseman Pedroia. 1 away. Defense now looking for the double play as Reggie stands in. 3-13, 2 homers, and a team leading 20 runs batted in. Reggie looks out at Clemens. Clemens stares in. The set, the delivery. 1-5-4. He got him on strikes. Reggie with a wicked swing, and there's 2 away. He was trying to crush it, and he's out. First strikeout of the day for Clemens. 2 outs. And here comes Jimmy Fox with his cut-off shirt. He's flexing those guns, but Clemens is hard to intimidate. He's intimidating himself as he stares in at Fox. I'm sure he threw some inside heat to knock Fox off the plate, but Fox is right back in there. 286, 3 homers, 15 runs batted in. The pitch to Fox. 3-5-4. Oops. 3-5-4. And there's a liner caught by the third baseman. Oh, he hit it like a rocket, but right at Boggs for the final out. And like that, Boston gets out of a huge jam. The first 2 batters are on, and Clemens gets out of it. Oakland hit the ball hard, but have nothing to show for it. So they put a runner at third with nobody out and cannot get him home. Let's see how that fares for the A's throughout the rest of the game. Grove back to the mound. It's 1-0 Boston. Carlton Fisk to lead it off. 362, a homer, 10 runs batted in. 1-5-3. He got him. Struck him out. Second strikeout for Grove. And there's 1 up and 1 down here in the second. That'll bring up Nomar. Nomar hitting 298 with a homer and 8 runs batted in. The pitch, 4-2-4. Ground ball, shortstop Campaneris charges. Fires it to Fox, 2 away. It's going to leave it all up to Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia has only batted 5 times in the tournament, but he's got 2 hits, 2 for 5. He bats against the lefty. The pitch to Pedroia. Pedroia cranks one way back. Nope, that's a base hit. I was thinking he had a higher number at 5. But it's a single into center field, and Pedroia will try to possibly get a lead here. He does. There he goes. The throw down by Cochran is not in time. Pedroia's got himself a stolen base. So runner at second for Pedroia, or for the Boston Red Sox with 2 outs. And now they'll bring up Wade Boggs. Wade Boggs got on an error by Fox in the first. Then came around to score the game's only run. Here's the pitch to Boggs. 5-6-6. He walked him. And Boggs is on for the second time. So 2 men on, and here comes Tris Speaker. Speaker chokes up on the bat. He's just going to try to go with the pitch. The pitch. 5-4-6. But a little ground ball, shortstop, Campaneris. He's got it. It fires it to first. And the inning's over. Boston strands a couple. We head to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0. Red Sox. Leading it off for the A's is Mark McGwire. Mark McGwire is another guy they thought hard and long about taking out of the lineup. But that power was too hard to ignore. Even though he's got a couple homers, 8 runs batted in, but he's only hitting 186 in this tournament. The pitch to McGwire. From Clemens, 2-2-2. And he got him. Struck him out. McGwire's down on strikes, 1 away. Here's Mickey Cochran. Cochran hitting .238. He's got no homers, 6 runs batted in. The pitch. 1-3-6. Swings and misses. Struck him out. Clemens fires the fastball up and in and gets him on strikes. 3rd strikeout for Clemens. It's going to bring out Eric Chavez. Nobody on. 2 outs. Chavez hitting .204 with a homer and 6 runs batted in. 2-1-6. This should end the inning. Little tapper. Shortstop Garciaparra charges and throws him out. 1-2-3 go the A's. We head to the 3rd. It's 1-0 Boston. Here's Jim Rice, who had a double his last time up. He's 1 for 1 today. The pitch. 1-4-6. Ground ball. Second base. Collins is up with it. Fires it over to first. 1 away. Now here comes Ted Williams. Ted Williams lined out. He hit the ball hard. But Campaneris speared it for the out. Here's the pitch to Ted. 5-5-4. That should be ball 4. Williams works a walk off Grove. And he's on as we roll on the M chart. 3. Possible pickoff error. Grove throws over. Not sure why he's expecting Williams to steal here. But he throws it over. And the runner holds. Here's Jimmy Fox. Man at first, 1 out. Fox singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. The pitch. 1-5-2. He got him on strikes. Fox goes down swinging. 2 away here in the 3rd. It's all up to Dwight Evans. Well, Evans struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. 3-2-3. Liner. Left field. Simmons right there makes the grab for the out. Boston's out in the 3rd. We go to the bottom half. It's 1-0 Red Sox. Clemens back to the mound. He'll face Bert Campaneris. Campaneris hitting .273 with 6 homers. Or 6 RBI, not homers. 6-2-6. There's a base hit. This is headed towards the gap. in right field. Evans trying to cut it off, and he cannot. Hustling Campaneris is into second, and he'll hold there as Evans throws a one-hopper into Boggs at third. He would have been toast. So leadoff double for Bert Campaneris, and Oakland's got some trouble brewing here in the third for the Red Sox. Here's Ricky Henderson, who walked and then went all the way to third with nobody out and could not come in to score in the first. Here's the pitch to Henderson. 5-4-5. And he's going to draw another walk. His second walk of the inning, or the game. And there's 2 men on with nobody out. So Clemens doing a Rube Waddell here. He's getting himself in trouble early. The first, now in the third. 2 men on, nobody out. And Eddie Collins is going to square the bunt, I think. Here he squares for third baseman Fox. Charges. And he'll throw it to first. Clemens covering, and the runners will move up. So nice bunt by Eddie Collins. And now there's second and third with 1 out, and here comes Al Simmons. Infield coming in here in the third inning. The pitch. This is trouble. 3-3-5. This one's headed towards the gap. It's over Speaker's head, but Speaker, 2 runs are going to score. Speaker fires it in. Garcia Parra cuts it off and throws the third, and Simmons is out at third. They're going to give him a double, and 2 runs batted in, and the A's take the lead on the huge RBI double from Al Simmons. That'll bring up Reggie. Reggie's struck out his first time up, 3-1-2. And he lines this one hard, but right at Dwight Evans and right, he'll make the grab, and the inning's over. So the 2-run double from Al Simmons puts the A's on top 2-1 as we head to the fourth. Here's Carlton Fisk to lead it off. Fisk. 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. 3-3-6. This is going to be in the gap in left center. Henderson's coming after it. He's going to get to it, but it's too late. Fisk is going to stroll into second with a double to lead off here in the fourth inning. And that's going to bring up Nomar, who's a horrible bunter. And we're not going to bunt here. Nomar grounded out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. The pitch. 6-1-3. There's a drive. This might get the runner over. Catch. Simmons makes the grab and quickly gets it in. Fisk will not go. He stays at second. So a fly out makes it 1 out. Runner at second for Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. Grove sets and delivers. 6-4-3. This should tie the game. Into the corner. Rattling around. Fisk coming in to score. Pedroia will go into second with a double. Pedroia is 2 for 2, and we got a tie game. Dustin Pedroia paying dividends here. Starting in place of Bobby Doerr, and he's got a pair of hits today and now an RBI. It's 2-2. It's going to bring up Wade Boggs, who's been on base both times today, but he's 0 for 1. The pitch. 3-3-5. Base hit. This one's headed towards the gap. Here comes Pedroia. He'll score. Reggie's throw goes into second, and Boggs slides in with a double. Back-to-back doubles from Pedroia and Boggs, And Boston regains the lead. 3-2. Boggs pumped at second base. The Red Sox take the lead. And here comes Tris Speaker. Speaker, sacrifice fly. And a ground out. He's 0 for 1. The pitch, 3-2-4. There's a liner caught by Simmons in left field. He hit it on a rope, but made the catch for the second out. Boggs will stay put at third. That'll bring up Rice. Jim Rice, 1 for 2 today. He's doubled in 2 trips. The pitch from Grove. 6-1-1. He lofts this one pretty deep to left field. Simmons going back. He's at the track. Makes the catch for the third out. Boston, though, pushes 2 runs across. And we head to the bottom half of the fourth. It's 3-2 Boston. It's going to bring up Jimmy Fox. Fox 0 for 1. He'll lead it off against Roger Clemens. The pitch. 4-1-4. On the ground to short. Nomar. A 51. And he is going to throw it in the dirt. And Fox cannot scoop it out. It's going to be an error on Nomar. And the leadoff runner is on. Some are saying Jimmy Fox purposely missed that so Fox could get on base. But that's the conspiracy theorist out there. Now McGuire stands in. McGuire struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. Runner at first. The pitch. 2-5-6. And there's a fly ball center field. Speaker, lazy fly ball. He camps under it, makes the catch. 1 away here in the fourth. Excuse me. It's going to bring up Mickey Cochran. Cochran 0 for 1. The pitch from Clemens. 6-5-4. There's a fly ball left field, pretty deep. Rice is there, though. He makes the catch. 2 outs here in the fourth. And it's all up to Eric Chavez, who's 0 for 1. The pitch from Rogers. 2-2-4. And a line single into left field. Fox is going to stay at second. And first and second for the A's here in the bottom half of the fourth. 2 outs, and it's going to be Bert Campaneris. Campaneris doubled his first time up against Roger. Clemens sets and delivers. 1-3-2. And he got him on strikes. 4th strikeout for Clemens. The inning's over. They strand a couple. We head to the 5th. And Boston leads it 3-2. Here's Ted Williams. Williams 0 for 1. He's walked in 2 trips. The pitch to Williams. 5-5-5. Looks like he's going to draw another walk. He's trying to do his part as he gets on base. And they're going to roll on the M chart. 3-1. Possible pass ball. Cochran gets by him. Oh, he should have had that one. But on to second goes Williams. And Cochran, beside himself, he is not a happy man right now. That'll bring up Jimmy Fox. Fox 1 for 2. He singled and struck out. The pitch from Grove, 2-6-1. Fly ball, left field, not deep. Simmons is there. He's got it. 1 out here in the 5th. Here's Dwight Evans. He's 0 for 2. The pitch from Grove. 5-5-1. Ball 4. And another roll on the M chart. Column 5 can be a nightmare if you stay in that too long. And now Grove goes to his B grades temporarily. 5-3. Plus possible wild pitch. Grove a 5. And another 6. It's a wild pitch. And the runners move up. And they're not taking any chances here. With a right-hander due up, they're going to the bullpen. Catfish Hunter is coming in to pitch. He will take his column 3, which is the hits. And he will face the right-handed Carlton Fisk. Fisk, 1 for 2. He's doubled in 2 trips. Catfish Hunter is 1-0. He's pitched 9 innings. He's made 1 start, I think, in this game. Is it only 1? Maybe 2. But he's got a 3.00 ERA. He's allowed 10 hits in 9 innings. And now he's got the task of trying to get the A's out of this inning without any damage. 2 men on, second and third. Infield's coming in. The pitch to Fisk. 5-2-2. There's a fly ball. This might get the run out. But it's pretty shallow. Williams tags, but he will not go. He'll stay at third. So Hunter gets Fisk, and now he's got to get Nomar, who's 0 for 2 today. 2 outs, 2 on. The pitch to Nomar. Oh, no! There's a drive way back in left. Gone! Home run, Nomar Garciaparra. I believe that's his second. It is. And it's a 3-run blast. And all of a sudden, Boston's up by 4. A huge home run off Catfish Hunter by Nomar Garciaparra. And Boston now leads it 6-2. Here's Pedroia, 2 for 2. He stands in the pitch. 3-6-1. There's a liner caught by Campaneris for the 3rd out. 1 batter too late. Nomar's 3-run homer makes it 6-2 Boston as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Roger Clemens now in line for a win. He'll face Ricky. Ricky's walked twice. Pitch to Ricky Henderson, 6-5-2. Popped him up. Third base side. Boggs is under it. He's got it. 1 away. It's always a good thing when you keep Ricky off the bases. And now their other nemesis, Eddie Collins. Collins has got a walk and a sacrifice bunt, so he doesn't really have an official at bat. Here's the pitch to Collins, 2-6-6. Little looper out into right field. Evans slides to his left, makes the catch. What a catch by Dwight Evans. Headed towards the line, a little blooper down the right field line, and Collins is denied. 2 outs. That'll bring up Al Simmons. Al Simmons had a huge 2-run double back in the 3rd that got Oakland a short-lived lead. He bats here. The pitch. 6-3-5. Fly ball, center field. Nope, left field. Rice is going to cut it off. He calls for it. Makes the catch. 1-2-3 go the A's. We head to the 6th. It's 6-2 Boston. Hunter stays in, and he'll face the top of the order for the Red Sox. Wade Boggs, who had a big RBI double his last time up. He's 1 for 2. 5-1-5. And Boggs draws a walk to lead off here in the 6th inning. He's aboard for Tris Speaker. Speaker 0 for 2. He does have a sacrifice fly. The pitch. Mr. Speaker. 2-2-4. Base hit. Into center field. Boggs rounding second, but he's going to stay put. And like that, the Boston Red Sox put the leadoff runners on. The first two runners get aboard, and here comes Jim Rice. Catfish might be facing his last batter with Ted Williams coming up. The pitch. 4-2-1. On the ground to first. Fox. Another error. Jimmy Fox boots it, and everybody's safe. The bases are loaded with Red Sox with nobody out. That's going to be it. They're going to bring in they're going to bring in Zito to face Williams. Bases loaded. Oh, you got to play in, don't you? You're up by 4. You don't want any more runs to score. I think we're going to play in at the corners and halfway, looking for double play at second and short. A pitch to Zito from Zito. 2-6-2. There's a strikeout. Could be a strikeout. If it's odd, it's a strikeout. If it's even, it's going to be a sacrifice fly. It's odd. Struck him out. Barry Zito with a clutch strikeout. And that's going to bring up Jimmy Fox. They're going to bring in a right-hander to face Fox. It's going to be Tim Hudson. Tim Hudson with 1 out. Again, bases are still loaded, and now they're looking for the double play ball. Here's the pitch to Fox. 2-6-4. There's a fly ball. This could get the run in. It's tagging is Boggs. He's going to come in. Simmons' throw is cut off, and it's 7-2 on the sacrifice fly from Jimmy Fox. Boston building on their lead. And now Dwight Evans stands in. The pitch to Evans. 6-2-5. There's a drive. Could be out of here. Need a 4, 5, or 6. Nope. Base hit. This could still get a run in. Speaker rounding third. He's going to come in to score. Reggie's throw goes into the cutoff man. Rice goes to third. And it's 8-2 Boston. Dwight Evans getting the lead here against Tim Hudson. And he will not go. It's going to bring up Carlton Fisk. 1 for 3. Runners at the corners. The pitch to Carlton Fisk. 2-1-4. This should get him out of the inning. As it's off the end of the bat, it's going to roll out to shortstop. Campaneris charges, got plenty of time. Throws it over to first, and the inning's over. But 2 more runs for the Boston Red Sox, and they now lead 8-2. Clemens in control here in the 6th. Here's Reggie to lead it off. Reggie's 0 for 2. 4-4-1. Grounder, first base. Hard shot down to first. And knocked down by Fox. Gets to his feet. And takes it to the bag for the out. 1 away. Here comes Jimmy Fox. The Oakland Jimmy Fox. He's 0 for 2. 6-3-2. There's a Deep fly to left. He didn't get it all though. Rice is there at the on the dirt, makes the catch for the second out. It's gonna leave it all up to Mark McGuire. He's 0 for 2. 2-3. 2-3-5. Got him on strikes. Clemens strikes him out to end the inning. We go to the 7th. It's 8-2 Boston. Here's Nomar Garciaparra, who homered his last time up. A 3-run blast. He's 1 for 3. The pitch to Nomar. 6-1-2. There's a fly ball. Left field, not deep. Simmons back. A little deeper than I thought. Makes the catch for the first out. Here's Dustin Pedroia, 2 for 3. The pitch from Hudson, 5-4-1. And a little tapper towards first. Flips it to Hudson covering, 2 away. Now Wade Boggs, top of the order for the Red Sox. He is 1 for 2. He's walked twice and doubled. He's been on base all 4 times today. The pitch to Boggs, 4-2-6. Grounder towards right field. Collins is going to get to it though. Turns and fires to first for the out. So Boggs made a bid for a base hit, but thwarted by Eddie Collins. And we head to the 7th. Bottom half of the 7th. It's 8-2 Boston in control. Here's Mickey Cochran to lead it off. Cochran 0 for 2. 2-5-4. He hits one back to the mound. Clemens runs towards first, underhands it over to Fox for the first out. Brings up Eric Chavez. He's 1 for 2 today. 6-1-4. Here's a fly ball, pretty deep, left field. Rice going back. He's there, he's got it. 2 away. 2 outs here in the 7th. Here's Bert Campaneris, 1 for 2. 5-2-5. He flies one to center field. I almost said strikeout, but there's nobody on. And 1-2-3 go the A's. We head to the 8th inning. It's 8-2 Boston. Red Sox in charge. The A's bats have gone silent. They've been silent for a while. Here comes Tris Speaker. 1 for 3. 1-3-5. Base hit into center field. Another hit for Tris Speaker. He's on. And now, there he goes. The throw down. Got him. Mickey Cochran throws out Speaker. And there's 1 out. It's going to bring up Jim Rice. 1 for 4. 5-1-2. Ground ball to third. Chavez up with it. Fires it across the diamond. 2 away here in the 8th. It's going to leave it all up to Ted. Ted Williams. He's walked twice in 4 trips. 0 for 2. The pitch. 3-3-4. There's a rip down into the gap in right center field. Jackson can't get it. He plays it off the wall, and Williams will go in with a double. So a 2-out double for Ted Williams, and that brings up Jimmy Fox. Fox 1 for 3. He's got an RBI. The pitch to Fox. 3-6-4. There's a liner towards short, caught by Campaneris for the 3rd out. Boston strands a runner. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 8-2. Red Sox on top. It's going to bring up Ricky Henderson to lead it off. Top of the order for the A's. They need instant runs here, as Ernie Harwell would say. 2 walks. He's 0 for 1. 2 walks and 3 trips for Ricky. The pitch. 4-5-2. On the ground towards second. Pedroia is up with it. Flips it over to first. 1 away. Here comes Eddie Collins. 0 for 1. He's walked and had a sacrifice bunt in 3 trips. The pitch to Eddie Collins. 5-6-6. Walked him. Collins on with his second walk of the game. He's on for Al Simmons. Simmons has doubled home 2 runs. He had the big hit for Oakland. Drove in both their runs back in the 3rd inning. The pitch from Clemens. 1-3-6. Ground ball up the middle and through into center field. Collins races around second. He will go to third. And there's runners at the corners with 1 out. And Oakland trying to make some noise here in the 8th. That's going to bring out Reggie Jackson. And Reggie Jackson is due. He's driven in 20 runs, but most of those came in the early parts of the tournament. He did quite damage against Detroit, I believe. And now he's 0 for 3 today. Clemens stares in. Reggie would love to get a fastball here. The pitch. He did, but he didn't hit it. Oh, he did hit it. Tapper back to the mound. Clemens feels it. Goes to second. Back to first. Double play. And that's demoralizing as Reggie throws his helmet. Not happy. Hitting into the 1-6-3 double play. We go to the 9th. Boston in control. Leading it 8-2. Hudson. Eddie Rommel will come into pitch here. Or do you be Raleigh Fingers? Maybe he'll come into pitch. Raleigh Fingers comes in. Dwight Evans will lead it off. The pitch to Evans. 2-1-6. A little slow roller towards short. Campaneris charges. Fires the first, and he's out by a couple steps. 1 out here in the 9th for the Red Sox. Here's Carlton Fisk. 2-4-5. Little flare into right field. Reggie's going to come in and make the grab, though, on the run for the 2nd out. 2 outs, nobody on, and here's Nomar. 1 for 4. The pitch. 1-4-1. Ground ball. Third base, Chavez fires it over to Fox, and the inning's over. 1-2-3. Go the Red Sox. We head to the bottom of the 9th. It's do or die for the A's. They fought valiantly, but now they've had just 4 hits off of Roger. Roger hasn't had his usual strikeout totals, but he's struck out 5, and he's walked 4. Has not had his best outing, but he's still kept Oakland at bay. Here's Fox to lead it off. 5-6-3. Grounder to third. Boggs across the diamond, 1 away. Boston 2 outs away from advancing. Here's McGuire. The pitch to McGuire. 3-1-4. There's a liner caught by the center fielder. He hit it right to Tris Speaker. Hit it like a rifle shot, but Speaker was there. 2 outs, and it's all up to Mickey Cochran. Cochran 0 for 3. The pitch. 5-1-5. And they stay alive. Base on balls. Cochran is on with 2 outs for Eric Chavez. Chavez, they're going to let him back because he's got a little pop. I don't think we really have anybody else who's got a lefty at least. Yeah, we're going to stay with Chavez. Chavez, 1 for 3. He's got 1 of the 4 hits against Clemens. The pitch to Chavez. 5-4-6. This should do it. On the ground. Shortstop. Garcia-Parra throws and out at first. Ball game over. Roger Clemens with a complete game. And the Red Sox are advancing in 7 over the Oakland A's. What a game, or what a series. Let's check the box score. Everybody in the lineup for the Boston Red Sox had at least 1 hit. 2 for Speaker and 2 for Pedroia. The big blow, though, coming from Nomar, who really blew it open, made it was close 3-2 game, and then Nomar hit a 3-run homer to make it 6-2, and they cruise from there. For the Oakland A's, 2 hits from Al Simmons and 2 runs batted in were the only highlight, really. Chavez and Campaneris had a pair of singles, or had a single and a double, but that was it. 4 hits off of Clemens total. Pitching-wise, Clemens goes to 4-0. Allowed 2 runs on 4 hits. Walked 5, though, and struck out 5. Lefty Grove, again, not a great outing. 4 earned on 6 hits and 4 in the third. He walked 4 and struck out 3. Tim Hudson came in and did some valiant relief work, facing 10 batters, and did not allow a run, but by that time it was way too late. The A's win it. Let's see who the MVP of this series was. Look at that score, 31-28. Very close, even though Boston out-hit them by 27 runs, or 27 hits. Still, runs-wise, 31-28. Very close. Boston won the first 2, 4-3, 7-6, but each game by 1 run. Oakland won Game 3, 4-1. Boston won Game 4, 3-2. Then Oakland won 10-8. Oakland won 1-0. And then Boston, the biggest difference of the series, an 8-2 win. For the Red Sox, Tris Speaker hit .586, drove in 6 runs, had 17 hits, and scored 4 times. He's by far probably the number 1 in the clubhouse. Almost .586 he hit. 17-29. Excuse me. Nomar, though, hit .414, hit 2 homers and drove in 7. He's got to be up there. Jimmy Fox had a good series. Wow, that's a tough one. Pitching-wise, Cy Young went 2-0 in the series. 2.65 ERA. Good job by Cy Young. And I took him out Game 7. He was supposed to pitch Game 7. And Roger pitched it, and he gets the win. Pedro went 0-2 with a 1.65 ERA. That tells you how tight this series was. 0-2 with a 1.65 ERA. How does that even possible? Oakland, Ricky only hit 160 in the series. Mark McGuire hit .080. Eddie Collins, though, had a good series. Eddie Collins and Bert Campaneris were the main hitters in this. Man, they had a lot of bad hitting. Hit .231 for the series. What was their ERA? 3.73. Waddell went 2-0. Waddell pitched both games against Pedro. He went, Pedro went 0-2 with a 1.6 whatever it was. Waddell went 2-0 with a 0.56 ERA. Just crazy. 231. What did Boston hit? 308. Their bats were really ERA 3.77. So I think we give the MVP to Nomar. Nomar Garciaparra gets the MVP. He had the big blow in Game 7. Finished with 2 homers and 7 runs batted in. 12 hits and 29 at bats. Scored 5 runs as well. I give him the win slightly over Tris Speaker, even though Tris Speaker had a mammoth game or series. So there you have it. Let's take a look and see what the matchups are going to be. It's going to be the Atlanta Braves taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Boston Red Sox. That should be a... Man, if Boston can win this thing, they would have one of the most monumental runs here. They beat the Yankees in 7. They beat Oakland in 7. And now they play the Dodgers. What's really helping the Boston is they got some heck of a pitching, but so does the Dodgers. That'll be a great series. Atlanta taking on Pittsburgh. Atlanta has been pretty good, so let's take a look at the leaders. Batting average, people that are still in it. Boston's Tris Speaker is hitting .479. Dodgers' Babe Herman is at .447. Let's see. Eddie Collins for Oakland had 17 runs scored. He leads everybody. Is anybody still in it? Ted Williams scores 12 runs. And Wade Boggs has 11. So somebody from, Eddie Collins still leads them by 2, but somebody from Boston will probably win that. Total bases, Tris Speaker with 43. Pittsburgh's Willie Stargell with 36. Oh, I didn't see Max Carey there. Max Carey's still in it. He's got 13 runs scored. Let's look at the sexy numbers, which are the home runs. Willie Stargell and Babe Ruth. So Stargell's still at 7. He's tied with Ruth. Ruth's no longer in the tournament, so if Stargell can hit one more. Next closest is Ralph Kiner, who's also plays for Pittsburgh. He's got 4. And after that, nobody else that's still in this tournament is in this bunch here. Babe Ruth and Reggie Jackson have 20 RBIs to lead everybody. And neither of those are in the tournament. Willie Stargell just needs to drive in 2 more, and he'll have that under his belt. He's still in it. Who else? Anybody? Barry Bonds, 13 runs batted in. Atlanta's Joe Torre is also still there with 12. Pitching-wise, ERA, let's see here. Greg Maddux, 0.71. He's left of who's in the tournament still. Wins, Kid Nichols has had a heck of a tournament. He's got 5 wins. Roger Clemens has 4. Koufax has 4. Maddux has 3. And Sam Lever has 3. So quite a few wins in the still in the tournament. That makes sense. The teams with the most wins are probably still in here playing. Saves. Papelbon for Boston has 5. Eckersley had 5, but he didn't have a really good tournament. Ketkulve has 3. Craig Kimbrell has 2. Walter Johnson led everybody in innings pitched. He's pitched 63 and a third. I don't know if anybody... I guess somebody's going to maybe catch him. Yeah, I mean, either Kid Nichols... Pedro's still got an outside chance if he makes it to the final. So we'll see there. Strikeouts, Pedro leads there with 52. Koufax is up there. Clemens is up there. Kershaw's up there. Man, what a matchup this is going to be between the Dodgers and the Red Sox. Great pitching on both sides. That's going to be a fun one. I'm looking forward to it. So there you have it. It's going to be Warren Spahn taking on Babe Adams in Game 1 between the Atlanta Braves and the Pittsburgh Pirates. I might take a slight little break on this one and focus on the football one for now to get kind of going on that, and then come back to this at some point down the line. But football season's almost over, and I kind of want to finish that little project before I get back into baseball again. But it won't be that long. I'm motoring through that tournament, enjoying playing those games too. So, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you for the semifinals. Atlanta against Pittsburgh. Dodgers against the Red Sox. Should be good. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.